is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Bills had 4-9 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a Mark partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Alert, alert, alert!
They run again on first down. Cook. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
What's that?
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A dump down to McKinnon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Cook following the penalty. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Allen now looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Allen on third. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Two in, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Troy Cohen. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tua now on first down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Let's go.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Ready, play.
Now Tua. And this one is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Allen's throw complete there to Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we run in the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, He runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. On play action, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 22, Allen. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
They'll send Beckham in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Tua sets up to pass it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 41 yards. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Okay.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Allen. corks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Half 85, half 85. Hey, tight, tight, tight. Half. Up. Up 52.
On third and long, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone. And that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 36, Tua. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Logan Wilson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Left side, Cook. And some space here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a carry here for their fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. In motion left is Beckham. On second down, Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The kick by Bass is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
And points certainly not at a premium here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now they go for it on 4th. Wind up incomplete. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,